Who is it that we are trying to serve? Is it a person in the mailroom? Is it someone who's creating a complicated machinery in a factory floor of Boeing? Is it a truck driver? Is it a person in the hospital trying to identify the right medication for a person with this? What technology can solve this problem? How can we make this a viable solution? That's where the human being's needs come into play. So I think design thinking, whether it remains called design thinking or not, is immaterial, but the fundamental philosophy of design thinking, which is starting with empathy, cross-functional collaboration, and a mindset of iteration, should be embedded into every different discipline if that industry wants to be in business for a long time to come. App House is a creative space where we bring together people from different parts of SAP, technology experts, business experts, and design experts, to come together to truly understand the needs of the customer and co-create something together.
We use a methodology or a process called design thinking, where we're really putting the user in the center of everything we do. So whatever that company is trying to improve, we take that user, try to understand all their motivations, their pain points, challenges, and work around that.
So that's a big part of discovery, where we really start really broad and then try to focus into that specific problem space. Design is that second phase, where once we have the problem area, we get into trying to solve the problem. But before that, we bring in those same set of users that we were observing, and we try and extract everything that we've observed. We try and put it out in more a structure. We create something called a persona, which is like an anonymized version of different sets of people that we've spoken with.
The way my team works is a really small project team, so typically 2, maybe 3 people pair up together to work with the customer. We have different roles. Typically there's somebody that is the design thinking facilitators, really can craft the whole engagement out, come up with a research plan, then we execute a short research. So now we have all those point of views. Everybody that is involved in the process kind of bring their expertise and their knowledge into the problem and to the solution that we're crafting. We create a common understanding, and everybody, like I said, is focused on the end user, so we create an empathy around the needs of that end user.
So there's some creativity involved. How does a designer, from the physical product, go about that? How do they think, right? So they probably, if they're designing a dress for a certain person, they may go try to find out, in what occasion would this dress be worn? Are they going to a formal occasion? Is it a casual occasion? Who is this person? Are they young? Are they old? What kind of feeling do they want to have when they wear this dress? This is a thought process, really.
So special about design thinking, I think it's a very inclusive way of work, where you value all the people that are involved in it and what they bring to the table. So if technical expertise or business expertise or design expertise, but at the end of the day is putting that person, that user, the actual end user in the center, and everything, all of us are trying to make sure that we're solving the real problem for them, and doing this in a very collaborative manner. So we all have a common understanding. There's not, if in the past there was something kind of handing off, so product manager would hand off to designer would hand off to a developer. There will of course be collaboration.
Design thinking was introduced into SAP when our co-founder Hasso Plattner decided to start the D School with Stanford, and there was this big push in trying to bring in design-centric approach into the enterprise. SAP is a 90,000 employee company, and it's a 42, 45-year-old company. So the idea is to try and like really scale design within the organization, and also try and scale design with our customers. And we have a customer base of over 350,000 customers. So
you see business consulting groups are using design thinking in their work with customers. You see it goes into schools, for example. My kids in their schools, you know, just talking elementary and middle school level, their teacher using methods from design thinking. They don't call it that way, but it's sure getting into the curriculum. So for my kids, a lot of those things that I'm working on, the processes, the way I do it is more natural for them, and I see you'll see more of that happening in the future.